All right, welcome back to the Blackmail Archives podcast. I'm your host, Rodney Freeman, and we have with us Big V of Nappy Roots. Sir, how you doing today, man?
What's up, Rod? How you doing, man? Bless.
Man,
Everything okay?
yeah, man, this is awesome. This is awesome, man. I used to listen to your music back in the day, man. So I appreciate this opportunity to get to interview you and then hear what you've been up to lately.
Man, I left the group back in 12, man. I had to raise kids. Old lady left the kids at the mama's house. At mama's and never looked back as an adult. So the last 11 years, I've been raising kids individually, solely by myself.
Okay.
Um, so I left the group to do that and got some good people out there. And now I'm an empty nester.
Yeah.
I was a weed man before Nappy Roots.
Okay.
So after listening to Jay-Z and going through COVID and Nappy Roots' second album got illegally downloaded 11 million times.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, well, I want to think of something else. So meanwhile, I came up with this QR code that you scan with your phone and you got the music. And so I got me a cannabis shop, a CBD thingy. And then I just started putting the QR code on where you scan to get the music. I started putting it on the items,
Mm-hmm.
on the cannabis items like the reefer, the gummy bear, the mushroom, and the vape pen. And the internet made the world real small. So, I did like 4 films last year, and Tears, Black and Blue Tears Under the Sun just dropped
Mm-hmm.
yesterday on Tubi. So I just been working, man.
Okay, okay, been working. So tell the listeners like where you from and your background so they know about that.
It's like I'm from a small town in Kentucky called Bowling Green, Kentucky. Born in the '70s, so naturally in segregation. Um, was the first white and black kids to go to school in the '80s. So mama was a twisted the bag of daddy was a garbage man. And I lived in a wino kind of neighborhood. In the backyard was American Legion,
Hmm.
and was always a fan of Bobby Jones early. And Michael Jackson and Prince were my biggie and pop.
Hmm.
And I listened to Jim Croce and grew up on Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers and the Soul Train like everybody else.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
That's
so
awesome, man. And then how did you guys get together? The music was that music always there from an early childhood, or where that
no, I
come from?
met Nappy Roots after college. All those were black men taking the next step, and I had dropped out of college to raise a kid.
Hmm.
So these cats was going to school in my town. I was the
Hmm.
only local, and I was a so we formed Nappy Roots between the years of '95 and '98.
Hmm.
Signed a record deal with Atlantic, but right in '96 there was a cat that went to college in my town named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Um, he was going to LA, so we got him music anyway. He took it to an A&R at Atlantic. Week later, Atlantic called and wanted to do the deal. So we already had a mom and pop store, and we was
Hmm.
already there.
Hmm.
And so after that point, we just started touring with 8 Ball, MJG, Lil Jon, Trick Daddy throughout the South
Hmm.
until we made on our hit. You know,
Hmm.
Nelly opened the sea up in St. Louis with Country Grammar, and Atlantic come right down the road and signed us.
Yeah, yeah,
And later
man.
on became the king of barbecue music, with all
Yeah,
known both folks, and
yeah,
brought you Anthony and showed you Jazzy Faye in one album.
yeah.
And so, just been just chilling, man, just raising kids and
Mm.
doing Breathe Lighter Chance. I teach identity to young black men, young struggling women who just need a good coach. They got a good team. They just need
Yeah,
a good coach.
yeah. How was that transition from being a musician to being a full time dad?
It was like, I guess to describe it to a T, you ever watch, think of Black Miss Doubtfire. I'm going to PTA meetings and I'm cheering for girls basketball. My son's All American football player. And I got a school teacher and a truck driver. I got the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was it was a blessing, man. I was missing out really on some good people.
Mm-hmm.
And a man with no future is going to die silently.
Mm.
And so to have a chance to mold some minds and to lead by example again and teaching them, I learned to get back on solid myself. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just really becoming the man I needed to be. So getting a cannabis shop and to really sell mental health, not just to, oh man, just to smoke. It's a lot of men and people suffering. I live in a land of opiates and suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I'm the only piece that's talking them off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to several lives that just you wouldn't imagine. I thought it was me that had it different.
Yeah. 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 How does this did you have to go through like a did you go through like a soul searching to say, this is what I want to do, with my life is to help people and kind of move away from the music, or what how did you go through, how did you find that this is what you wanted to do?
I think the music is that for me. Music
Okay.
is my life. Music draws people to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I heard Pope Folks, man, when I heard, down and out, V, when I heard One Blunt at a time, baby, I was at a dog, and surviving some of the things that these people are going through. They see one of their own working class. My mom twisted tobacco. My daddy was a garbage man, so education was not top.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to have manners in a small town with liquor stores and low income housing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be the guy who, drew the sword from the stone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and to show people, okay, you might not be a rapper or a football player, but with a credit score and a peace of mind with Jesus or whoever you're going to worship, you might enjoy 70 years, with a
Mm-hmm.
health plan. Stop
Yeah.
trying to keep up and realize you're the bar. And, and
Yeah.
just that's what that was.
Yeah. 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 Man, this is good stuff. So, so tell us about the work that you're doing now in the community. What does that all entail?
Right now, it's just a lot of philanthropist work. Not only the cannabis, I deal with autism. Um, I motivate a lot of 40-year-olds
Mm-hmm.
to be better fathers, to understand that if there's you can't make chicken salad out of chicken feathers, and we all want Junior to be or Ladybug to be. But in order to do that, we got to show them and teach them. So I just standing on the point of just knowing better to do better, and God puts you in a position for you to bear fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And if the fruit tree won't bear fruit, I'm afraid he'll chop it down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with a definitely a Bible Belt raising and just life keeps me going. Faith,
Mm-hmm.
just thinking that in a minute it could be, or it will be, it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, God's good anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, how would you offer, and what words of encouragement would you offer to kids, or people who are trying to pursue their music career or any career? What would you say to them?
I would say know exactly what you're doing. What you will reap, what you sow. Put yourself in a position to say something different. If Nappy Roots and Outkast, Nappy Roots is country and Outkast is different, and Jeezy and T.I. Trap and Rick Ross is balling and what you call it is drill, what will you be?
Mm-hmm.
And do you realize you're signing up for the most dangerous job in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Are you prepared to lose every friend you had or you thought you had
Mm-hmm.
on success? Are you willing to try hard when there's not an obvious goal? And flip it, could you cheer for a woman who left you at home with 3 kids of yours and everything in the background and Nicki Minaj just signed her and she's going on a 70 tour city and she's around boosting them every night, shaking it up. Now she's sending money home and checks in when she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Could you handle that? The other way.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who's getting into music,
Yeah.
know what you're getting into.
Know what you're signing up for.
Yes, are you sure this is the, like we all want to go to the fair and to the circus, but the circus and the fair are freaks. We pay to see the bearded lady or the 15
Mhm.
pound rabbit or the 8-foot man. So
Yeah.
you got to be a freak. That means you probably not going to be home on Christmas. That means you probably going to miss some birthdays and
Right.
things that mean a lot to other people. And as you become one of the animals, one of the 8 wonders of the world, you become less human every day.
Yeah. 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 Last question before we get out of here. But how can you make sure that you own what you create? I think that's one of the
You gotta
things that.
own what you create.
Yeah.
There's more, the less you have to ask for, the more you own.
Yeah.
Like you do the beats, who wrote it? That's the
Mm-hmm.
first line of business.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at? Why would I want to do business with you? Is this the track on the what you call it right here?
Mm-hmm.
And I only like his one part. And and if we together, if it's two of us, how can we make two checks? Let's not be fooled.
Yeah.
Batman ain't Robin.
Yeah.
And make sure your friends don't try to be you. It's only one artist in here. Go get you a camera. You live some ways. One of you become the security man, a
Mm-hmm.
point man, and you're gonna need a great team, and you're gonna need some lawyers, and you're gonna need an accountant, and you're gonna need Jesus first because it's a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets paid before the artist in
Mm-hmm.
music. What
Mm-hmm.
will you sell? What's gonna make me want your music over, let's say, a night of Shoguns?
Mm-hmm.
What will, I'm 40 years old. What will you tell me that I want to buy from you for $20?
Yeah.
Or people your age, younger, don't buy music. What will you sell then?
Yeah. 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 You'd be surprised. I think you and I are about the same age.
I'm 47. I graduated. I come out of school in '76.
Okay. Yeah,
You
I'm
know, I
43.
mean, yeah, well, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I come from Amen, and I got where I go to day parties. I throw day parties. 11 o'clock done got too late.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
give a damn if it's Lawrence, Rance Lawrence, and Kurt Franklin out there at 11 o'clock. Now I don't want to hear it.
Right. Say, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, about day party. I'm thinking when the kids go to school, about 8:30, I want me a margarita and some Mexican
Right.
food. About 10, before the price is right, come on, so I need a nap.
Man, this has been really good, man, chopping it up with you. So can you tell the listeners where they can follow you on social media and get in contact with you?
I'm Big V on Instagram. I'm Big V of Nappy Roots if you booking at gmail.com. I'm on Facebook as Vito Tisdale. I'm on a few movies. Right now I'm on Tubi. Tears of a Black and Blue Sunshot in South Carolina. Shout out to Geechee Productions and Fee. I got 45 Seconds, the new movie shot by Jamie McCoy. The Five Mic mixtape is out. I got a new book dropping August the 26th. I'm an empty nest. I'm starting to move around. Um, Doing a lot of day parties. Like I said, 11 o'clock done got too late. I'm thinking about lunch.
Yep.
maybe, maybe 3:30, maybe a tailgate party, and I probably won't go to the game. And I
Yeah.
got where, I'm really decisive about my energy.
Right, right.
And man, y'all gonna find me, man, at Top of the South Dispensary. Like I said, I got my own dispensary, and come check us out. We do our thing. And only two in legal states, so hippie hello.
Okay, awesome, man. Man, Big V, sir, thank you for being on the podcast, the Black Male Archives, where we capture, curate, and promote positive stories about Black men, which you have wanted. Sir, thank you for so much for being here.
Yes, sir, man. You be blessed, man, and y'all have it y'all's way, or else it's somebody else's.
That is so true. Thank you.
Right on.
All
One.
right.